welcome to this video. Today's video is a 30-minute flow. So let's start moving. So come onto your mat. Let's bring the hands to heart center and take some time to connect with our breath. Inhaling deeply through the nose and out the nose. It's allowing any thoughts to come and go. No matter what sort of day you've had today, we leave all of that in the past, clearing the space. So let's first start by coming into child's pose and setting an intention for practice today. Something you'd like to get out of today's movement, something for you. Reaching the arms out in front of you, spreading into the fingers, arms along. Ujjayi breathing. Tuck your toes under now and make your way up to your first downward dog, pedaling out the feet, stretching into the calves and the hamstrings. It's that beautiful feeling when you just arrive on your mat, connect with the mat, connect with the space. Let's bend the knees, look toward the hands and step or jump your way to the top of the mat. Take as much time as you need to walk to the top. Inhale and rise, look up, halfway lift, exhale to fold. Bend the knees as you brush the fingers along the earth. Lift the arms towards the sky. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart space. Our mountain pose, our emotional signature, how we stand says so much about what we hold on to. So stand tall, stand grounded, and be really comfortable in your body and in your own skin today. Let's inhale to rise and exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale. Make your way to a plank position now. Your gaze is forwards. Take a flowing breath in. And then exhale, bring the knees down onto the earth and lower slowly. All the way to the floor. We're going to lift into cobra pose with the next inhalation. Exhale. Tuck the toes, knees. We'll take you back to down dog. Let's come again. Inhale, high plank. Your choice, knees or straight legs, low plank. Inhale, cobra or outward facing dog. Exhale, toes tuck, knees, or lift back to downward dog. Right leg high and inhale. Good. Exhale, bend the knee, draw the knee towards you, shoulders over the wrists. Good. Lift the leg back up toward the sky and return it back to the earth. Left leg high and inhale. On your exhalation, draw yourself forwards. Knee to the chin. Use the inhalation to lift back high, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward dog. We're coming out of this sun salutation. Bend the knees, look forward. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale to fold. Then brush and reach toward the sky. Well done. Separate the hands. Find chair pose by bending deeply into the knees. Strengthening the legs, the arms if they're lifting, otherwise feel free to bring the hands to prayer. New breath. Next breath, we're going to take this into a twist, so take your right elbow to the left thigh. Just observe the breath, observe the position of the knees and make sure the knees are still in line. Another breath here and return. Midway, and let's take the twist to the other side. Return the hands, fold forwards. Starting to warm up, inhale, rise. Exhale to your plank position. Feel free to jump your way back. Lower slowly through your version of Chaturanga. There is no right or wrong, it's whatever feels good today. Inhale, right leg high. Bend at the knee, this time open into the hip. And then with the next exhalation, stepping through. Warrior one, back foot into the earth. Inhale, lift into the arms. Hands to prayer. Bring the hands behind you and interlace the fingers. Humble warrior, inhale, lift long into the spine. Exhale to fold, shoulder to the thigh. Gaze to back foot, arms overhead. Good, brush the fingers along the earth to make your way back up to warrior one. Lift up onto the ball of the back foot now, hands to prayer. We're going to carry on with this twisting theme. Left elbow, right thigh, revolved side angle pose. Feel free to drop down to the left knee here and modify your practice. 2 breaths. Return the gaze first, frame the front foot, step back to a downward dog, or feel free to find a little flow in between rounds. Left leg high to the ceiling, inhale. Bend at the knee, open into the hip, and step it through with the exhalation. Back foot into the floor, lift into the arms, warrior one. Really reaching the fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Hands at prayer. We're going to interlace the fingers once again for humble warrior. When you're ready, inhale, rise, length. Exhale, fold forward. Create space between the spine. Observe your breath. Continue to flow. Fluid-like breaths. Fluid-like movements. Brush the fingers along the earth. Inhale to lift high. Hands to prayer. Lift up onto the ball of the back foot. Revolve side angle. Right elbow, left thigh. Feel free to drop back down to that knee or leave it high. One last breath here. Return the gaze. Return the hands. Step back to downward dog or flow through. One last time, vinyasa. Bend at the knees. We're coming back to the top of the mat. Step or jump. Inhale, rise. Exhale to fold. Bend, brush and reach toward the sky. Exhale, bend at the knees, fold. We're going to keep flowing. Inhale, rise. Exhale, step or jump your way back to a plank, vinyasa. Good, peel it back. Right leg high, inhale. Exhale, step the foot between the hands, warrior two, back foot to the earth. Windmill and open. Turn the palms to face the sky. Open into the chest and the shoulders. Stay as you are with the right arm, left to the thigh, reverse your warrior. Keep with the breath, keep with the legs. Inhale, rise up, forearm to the thigh, left hand hip or sky. Stay just as you are. Add on, hand to the floor, half binds, full binds, if they're in your range today. Flow out with the next breath. We're going to windmill the hands to frame that right foot. We're going to step up onto the ball of the back left foot and roll now to revolve to lizard pose. 2 more deep breaths here. Return, right hand joins the left. Right foot steps wider, lizard pose. Left knee can come to the earth. Stay here or drop to the forearms. We make our way back to plank, vinyasa, to downward dog, or feel free to rest in child's pose. Child's pose is a beautiful in-between pose that we can come to at any stage. Left leg high, inhale. Bend the knee, open into the hip, and step it through. Back foot into the floor, warrior two. Turn the palms to face the sky. Leave the left as it is, right to the thigh. Left arm high. One of my favorite side body stretches. Take another breath here. Exhale, forearm to the thigh. Right hand, hip or sky. You can take the gaze to the fingertips or gently look where it's comfortable for your neck. Option to bind. With your next inhalation, find warrior two. Good, windmill the hands up onto the ball of the right foot and then to the blade. Turn the left foot to the left of you, reach your left hand back. This should feel good. Sink the hips towards the earth. It's a beautiful stretch for the glute. Large muscle group that we do a lot of strengthening through our practice, so it's nice to stretch it out. Another breath here. Good, left hand joins the right. Drop down onto the back knee. Take this left foot as wide as you need to go. You can roll onto the outer blade of the foot. Stay high or come down low. And slowly returning, bringing the foot back in towards the midline. Tuck the toes under with the back leg. Again, your choice. If you step back through vinyasa, straight to downward dog, let's all meet in child's pose. Reach those arms back out in front, spread the fingers, tuck the toes. You're nice and warmed up now. Let's bend the knees, look forwards and step or jump your way to the top of the mat. Inhale to rise. Time for some balancing. Exhale and fold. Bend, brush and reach towards the ceiling. Hands to heart. A few of my favorites. Start with eagle pose. Bend into the knees, left leg up and over the right. You can use the toes as support here or bring the foot in behind the calf. Left arm wraps around and under the right. Sink the hips down towards the earth. Last breath. That top leg, lift it up now. Fold it behind you and reach your left hand to the arch of the foot. Lift your right arm high. Stay here for a beautiful quad stretch. Or start to fold forwards if you want to add on. Beautiful. Let's bring the hands back to prayer. Come to the opposite side. Right leg over the left. Toes as support or in behind the calf. Right arm underneath the left. It's really important that we use our core to stabilize us in our balance. Lift that top leg now. Right hand to the arch, left arm high and inhale, and then exhale and start to fold forwards. Good. And coming out. Never forgetting to smile through your yoga practice. Let's take it down to the earth. Inhale, last sun salutation. Exhale, fold. Breathe in to rise. And exhale to fold. Make your way back to a plank position again. We're going to turn this into a side plank now. So bring the right hand to the center of the mat and roll onto the outer blade of the right foot. Left arm lifts high. Stay here. Return via plank. Give yourself some time in child's pose. Modify where you need to. We'll meet you on the left side. Back to plank. Downward dog, child's pose, or flush it out once again. Good, let's make our way all the way to the floor. We're going to do one back bend before we come down to our sit bones, so we'll work with camel pose. So bring the hands to the sacrum, draw the elbows toward one another, lean forward with the hips, heart to the sky, gaze ahead or protract, and take the gaze behind. Full belly breathing. Well done, child's pose. When you're ready, come and take a seat. We'll work down into a seated forward fold. So flex the feet here. Sitting up nice and tall so the spine is long. Inhale to lift into the arms. And start to fold forward as you exhale. So feel free to bend the knees as much as you need to here. You're encouraging the chest towards the thighs. Really leaning forward, so you're feeling this stretch in the hamstring. Its purpose is to really relieve the lower back. So keep the spine elongated and your breath flowing. If it's in your range, you can fold to your degree today of comfort. Slowly come up and out of this pose. Let's come into a twist. Bring your right leg in, right up and in towards you. We won't cross it over, so bring it right in here and then take your right hand to the earth behind you and lift your left arm high. Breathe in and then exhale to wrap that arm around the leg and twist. Your gaze is out over the back right shoulder tip. You can leave the hand as it is on the floor or lift it up, bring it to the left hip. You can also assist in strengthening this left hip flexor here by lifting the left leg off the floor. Last breath. Well done, returning it slowly. Return the gaze, swap all of that over. Inhale right arm, exhale right. Release the gaze. The leg, if you lifted it, and both legs come down. So from here we're going to come in to another favourite twist of mine actually. So bring both of your legs and cross them. And then bring your right hand behind you and the back of your left hand to the thigh and twisty. That's a nice gentle twist. And then we're going to add on and give the neck a bit of a stretch. So just stay here for a couple of breaths. Then keep the pose as it is so that back hand can be on the floor or lift it up. And just return the gaze, but bring it out over the opposite shoulder tip now. You can stay here, or that right arm, you can release it, lift it up toward the sky and fold the shoulder down towards the knee. Last breath. Inhale, lift up and come out of the pose. Let's swap all of that over. Right hand to left thigh, left hand here as support. A few more breaths. Gaze out over the opposite shoulder tip now. This left arm coming up and overhead. Come up and out of the pose. Take those legs out in front of you. Swivel yourself down along the mat a little. We're going to come down onto our backs for some back bending. But before we go, we're just going to say hello to the abdominal muscles. So come to a balance now where you're actually balancing on your sit bones. You can bring the hands to the back of the thighs and stay just as you are. Engaging through the core so you've got a long spine. If you want to add on, you can start to lift the feet off the floor. Any further would be to start to reach the arms out in front of you so the palms are facing the sky. You can take your peace fingers and wrap them around the big toes. And you have the option of lengthening the legs. Coming down slowly and mindfully. Feet to the floor. We're going to roll down to our backs. So slowly coming down. You choose right now the pose that's going to suit you the best. It might be lifting into your gentle bridge pose. Staying here or adding any modifications, perhaps bringing the hands beneath you, rolling the shoulders in towards one another. I'm going to come into a full wheel pose. So if that's in your range, feel free to come up. Can be nice after we put that weight on the wrists to bring the back of the hands in towards one another. It's lovely to take a gentle spinal twist here. Take the feet off the floor and start with a little bit of core work by bringing the knees all the way towards one side, but just hovering the knees off the earth an inch or so. And then draw them back and over to the opposite side. And then comfortably bring them down to one side. Your head can turn to the opposite. And slowly releasing, return the gaze back toward the sky. Draw the knees in and bring them to the opposite side now. This should feel good. Everything we do in life should feel good if we're listening. Hug those knees in towards you. Feeling a deep sense of gratitude for taking this time out for yourself. Connecting with your intention here on your mats today and here in your lives. We're going to make our way into Shavasana, our meditation. So get yourself as comfortable as you can, laying down your back. If you're feeling any straining on the lower back, feel free to slide something in underneath your knees like a pillow. Allow the feet to roll away from the body, the palms to face the sky. Allow the belly just to rise and fall. Observe your surrounds as well as your inner landscape. Notice the thoughts that come in, but notice them go. Allow your breath to be soft and full. We observe the thoughts. We observe anything that's going on around us. And we accept that that is all part of life. Start to bring some movement back into your body through the fingers and toes. Bring your hands now to your heart space. Sending out a whole lot of love and gratitude. And keeping some for you too. When we are coming from a place of love, our decisions become easier. We can connect with exactly who we are, that authentic self that is deep down in there somewhere. And let's bend the knees now and roll to one side. And start to open your eyes and observe where you are. Notice what has just transpired for you over the last 30 minutes. And bring yourself upright. We thank yoga for giving us exactly what it is that we need. That time for inner reflection. And we know that the way in which we approach our practice and our postures is exactly how we approach everything in life. Today's gift Use it as you will. It's been beautiful to share this practice with you. Namaste.